Do we have escargot in today?
Yep, he is in.
Excellent.
And we love the escargot. We're live, so he's he's already probably listening in on that.
Hello, hello.
But yep, we are live, everybody. Welcome back to our channel for the fourth race of the week. Here with our Gnosis Division 2 group. And in the comms booth, you have Mila Rodri. And alongside me, once again, we have our very own Messi on the track, ERA's Argentinian friend, Mini Tony. Tony, how you
Messi on the
doing?
track. Oh, Messi like the. I thought you said I was Messi, like I'm a Messi
No.
driver, like Lionel Messi.
Yes, like
Oh,
I didn't think that would actually come out as something else. I stick with the
I was
football.
like Messi on the track. Okay, yeah, I'm happy to be here and being called a Messi driver. The first second by La
I'm
Rodri. No,
crying.
happy to be here. I love this track. This is it gave us some fun races already, and I'm really looking forward to what these guys can do today, what these drivers can do today. Um, it looks like it's good weather for quali. I mean, at least by British standards. It's all covered in clouds, but no rain.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're ecstatic about that. I do wonder, unfortunately, we don't have Guardians on the track to let us know if it's going to be dry in the race. But yeah, if the drivers are listening in, if they could, fantastic. I'm just going to post up the announcement of the stream. Give me 1 second. But if you want to add anything, you're welcome to go right ahead.
Yeah, no, yeah, we're definitely missing our buddy Guardians. Poor having a tough time with power cuts. I think related to the recent storm that hit the East Coast in the U.S. So hopefully he's doing well and things get back to normal soon as we ride with Kern Dog on his out lap.
Yeah, looks like we have quite a few drivers already on an outlap, already looking to go right ahead and try putting in those times. I do think our first driver might be, is that MJW in the Mercedes? No, that is Master Off. So
Master
Master Off,
off.
who had a really good race last week. Unfortunately, I think that only really happened in the first half of Zandvoort. But he did shine a little bit. Hopefully, he has a much better race this week.
Yeah, I was super impressed and truly heartbroken with how it ended, but still a performance that he should be very proud of. Unfortunately, I guess racing is like that. You make one mistake or you get involved in one incident and that really throws it can really impact your race
Ooh,
heavily, unfortunately.
yeah, a little bit of a
Right?
lockup
Yeah,
there
trying
for
to
Master Off as you were
yeah.
speaking about mistakes.
Well, no, he's just warming up his tires. He's fine. He's fine as he goes onto the Hamilton straight to kick off his lap. So we had some really fast guys from Division 2 reserving in Division 1 on Monday.
Hmm.
With, I believe, from these guys, from this group of drivers, Cohen Rowley posting the fastest lap. It was a 1:26.5, monstrous lap, qualified in P5.
Yeah, it was a 126.5. Who else? Infant Eater as well put in a 126.8. And who was the third one? Atron. I
Otron
can't forget him.
127.1. Well, and also actually, Armanson was the second fastest with a 126.7. So, I mean, really impressive times. I mean, all of them posted a faster time in quali than I did. So, and I'm a full-time driver there. So, definitely Division 1 material here in Division 2.
Yeah, we'll see what the new season brings out. I think a lot of these drivers they've put in a lot of practice, and whoo, Master off going a tad
Does
bit
not
deep right there.
invalidate. Yeah, but
Surprised he
does not
actually didn't. Yeah.
invalidate. Yeah, went a little bit deep there. The exit of Stowe,
Yeah, but he's gonna put in 127.9.
which is a good
And
banker lap.
I do see we have Hoban Rally, who we were just speaking about. He looks like he's gonna cross a 126.3. And if I'm not mistaken, was that better than
Yeah, yeah.
his time? Yeah, right.
This guy is flying. I don't know if he's Mexican, but driving under the Mexican flag, he is muy caliente.
I do believe he does speak Spanish, so maybe he'll definitely understand that. But let's see. So holding provisional lap, we have a couple of other drivers as well. Atron appears to be on his out lap, but is in sector 1. And let's see, we do have El Capitan, who appears to be putting in a lap here in sector 2.
Yep, going through Maggots and Beckett's.
We're a little bit deep.
Chapo
Wow,
going a little bit wide.
Doesn't invalidate either.
No.
So in terms of the Gnosis, is there a specific section on the track where you would say is the most difficult to kind of be consistent on lap after lap?
I think there's two. I mean, it's a track that you know, it rewards like precision, you know, with all the fast corners. But it's got a nice mix of different type of corners, right? You've got like slow corners. I think that without the line in particular, the loop and Luffield are difficult because they're kind of blind corners in a way. Like you don't see the apex until it's on you. Luffield is weird because you have to kind of like have a sort of like double apex. I don't know.
You have to kind of like throttle a little bit with the with the steering.
Yeah, if you take it too sharp on entry, then the exit is torture. You have to wait forever till you get on the power. So you want to be kind of like missing, to be a bit far away from the curb on entry. As we see Infant Eater now approaching Brooklands.
Ooh, it's actually up
Misses
by
the apex by
2/10.
quite a bit. Yeah. And here, yes, you see, like you want to miss there and take that apex on the exit a little bit late.
Yeah, so Infant Eater, who is currently second in the standings, has, I know you were doing the math regarding the championship. Just taking a quick look at it again. So, yeah, Infant Eater in second with a total of 193 points. Atron in the McLaren, 307 points. A heck of a gap, right?
Yeah. He has literally scored more than every other team in the constructors championship.
Oh, you're completely right. Wow. Just looking at that now. Oh, you have the little fun facts.
Yeah. And as Infant Eater is wrapping up sector 3 with a little bit of traffic on club, crosses the finish line, improves by almost half a second to a 127.1, puts him in provisional P4 in the second row.
Yeah, was P3, but got pushed down as Atron just crossed the line, put in a 126.6. So he did improve from his lap time in Division 1, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yes, that's correct. Yeah, he improved by quite a bit as well, by half a second.
That's Atron, yeah. He uses the Monday Division as a playground. Trying to learn.
Yeah, he was unlucky. Yeah, he was unlucky that he didn't get much of a practice on the race. I think he had a.
Oh, that's right.
A little bit of an incident. A little incident on the straight between Woodcott and Cops.
Let's see, just trying to take a look on anybody who is putting in a lap. Does look like Sofer has just started here in Sector 1. And so Sofer, the other half of the constructors leading group. So Sofer has actually really improved this season, if I'm not mistaken. He's from how he's been racing with us. I think this is his third season. Could be more. I could be mistaken.
Yeah.
His best performance was a P7, and looking at that right now, and yeah, I think that's his best ever. So
yeah, in Vegas, a P7. He's got three top 10 finishes. So yeah, very, very impressive. He's literally it was very, very impressive from the first race in Brazil where he finished 18th all the way to his P7 in Vegas. He literally improved on his finishes every single race. And then the last couple of races dropped back a little bit informed. But hopefully he can put in a nice show today.
But consistent. He's been 15 in P15 the last two races.
Yeah.
That is so consistent. And puts P15 at the moment with 129.8.
Here we go.
And looks like we do have your good old friend Paulie D putting in a lap time. So both the Aussies and the Ferrari for today.
Let's go. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie.
Oi, oi, oi. What's the commercial again?
I don't even know.
It's a commercial I've seen over here.
I think they teach you that when you get the passport, you know.
Oh man, I have to look up that catchphrase because it's from a commercial here for a restaurant. I could be mistaken, but that's always stuck in my head when I hear the Aussie, Aussie, Aussie.
I've always heard it from like actual Australians.
Oh, so it's an actual catchphrase. Wow.
I think it is. I think it is. I mean, we'll have to ask our Australian friends. We've got several in the league here. Both Ferraris racing under the Australian flag, as we have somebody with grass in their tires.
Yeah, I think that was Zeros Maestro.
Yeah, that was an
Having
Alpine.
validated. But I do see Hovan Rowley is attempting to put an even faster lap. So here finishing up in Sector 2, approaching now Maggots and Beckett's, which is a very tricky part of the track, I will say, especially if you're trying to go alongside. Very risky. But it does look like he's down on his time. Not exactly sure if he's going to be able to improve there. El Capitan. Take a quick look to see if he is able to improve. And actually down on his time as well. So it looks like Hovan Rally is going back into the pits. At Capitan, you don't know if he is able to pick up some of that pace here on the final corners. Whoosh.
Yeah, and a shout out to Escargot, who, you know, I was calling at the very beginning of the broadcast, finding his way up to P4, provisional at the moment, with a pretty fast lap here, 127 flat. It's
no, Escargot's done really well in these past couple races. Unfortunate last week in Zandvoort, but I think the other two races before that put in podiums.
Yeah,
so
two podiums, yeah, for sure. Still looking for that win, I think. I don't think he's got a win here in Division 2.
Actually, you're completely right. You're completely right. I don't think he's gotten a win yet.
So that's going to be the next record for him. As he lots of traffic. Goodness, he might have done enough to avoid it.
I think he might be backing out of that. I have a feeling he's backing out of that.
Yeah, he turned off his ERS. I'll recharge that battery and hopefully has some gas in the tank to do another couple of laps. Yep. We do have
Atron putting in a lap time as well. So Atron, who has put in quite a number of pole positions, if I'm not mistaken. I'll take a quick look at that right now. Looks like he's 5 poles in these 10 races.
Yes.
So
and 4 in the last 4. So if he finds a pole here, this would be his 5th consecutive pole position. But
put in a purple second sector there.
Yeah, but honestly, with Hovan Rowley's form around here, it looks like it's going to be very difficult to beat as he bails on that lap.
Actually, does really well to avoid the braking board. Jeez. Let's see. But I do see we have Leader Leebag in the live chat hyping up the race, and I'm very gutted that he's not able to join in. He's a good friend, and I do love seeing him on the track. I'm assuming he's stuck at work, so hopefully all is well. I did see from his video there was quite a bit of snow driving. So yeah, stay safe, my good friend.
Yeah, shame we don't have him on the grid today. But we've got 2 races left after this. Most likely we'll be crowning a champion today. I think it's going to be very, very difficult. for Autron not to be crowned today, given his dominance so far.
Hmm.
I think all he has to do is not lose 20, like 30 something points to Infant Eater in this race.
Yeah, you're right. He's with a very comfortable gap, 114 points ahead of Infiniter. So yeah, this is gonna be our first championship champion announcement out of the four race groups,
Yep.
which the other three have been very close. I will say that. Well, let's
Let's
see. We do
see.
have Hoven Rally, who
Hoven
is currently
Rowley.
putting in a lap. I wonder if Atron has plenty of time to go around once again. Looks like he is out.
Yep. Yeah, he's gonna be able to put a lap in the best of conditions. When
Going
the track
wide
is the
right there,
most
Hoven
rubbered in,
Rally.
he invalidates. Hoven Rowley does.
Yeah, very unfortunate for Hoven Rally. Escargo going back into the pit lane. Infant Eater appears to have just started his. And
He's on 2-lap-old soft, so he must have bailed on a fast lap. I think we might have seen that earlier.
yeah, I think that was from the when
Yeah.
he was behind Master Off, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
I do see Leader lead back, giving his teammate Chernobyl Comics a little bit of a cheer. So, yeah, I love the support. But yeah, 2 minutes left in qualifying session. We have Hoban Rally currently holding provisional pole at 126.3. 3/10 away, we have Atron, who is currently on an outlap, and Infant Eater, who is second in the standings, trying to improve, is actually up by 3/10. Wow. So looking to put the car in the 126 range.
Yeah, Infant Eater, who did put a 126.9 on Monday.
And improved 126.7.
There you go. Strong lap.
Oi, and Atron losing the car there. And that might cost him a bit of time. If I'm not, I'm pretty sure there's about what 2 minutes. There was about 2 minutes left in qualifying.
I'm not sure he's gonna be able to get there in time.
Oh,
Especially
he's
not now
struggling to
having
get
to.
that
Yeah.
car. Oh
And
man,
heavy
and
races gets disqualified.
yeah, it says parking in a dangerous location. I do wonder what happened there. Unfortunately, oh, and was in P9, and now being pushed down all the way to P18. That is gutting for him.
Well, he might have a fun race ahead of him. Trying to make up those positions.
Yeah,
Nice little challenge.
driver of the day challenge, huh?
Yeah.
Now we have a couple invalidations. MJW appears to have invalidated as well. Kern Dog putting in a lap, although looks like El Capitan, who's currently sitting in fourth, has just started his lap time. So I'll stay on board with him. I do see Hoven Rally's on the outlap and should be starting his lap soon.
And I think Autron's not gonna make it by very little. So he's going straight to the pits now.
Oh, you're absolutely right. Yep.
Yeah.
So
El Capitan here needs to find a 10th to pip Infant Eater for the third place in the grid. And as he's ending Sector 2, just satisfying group of corners. Maggots, Beckett's, and Chapel.
Oh,
he is a 10th up.
Exactly,
yeah, he is a 10th up. That's what he needs.
And I do see DRS Maestro's actually on a lap as well, so I'll take a quick look at him afterwards once El Capitan crosses the line. As he goes around here for the final two corners.
Takes a bit of that curve. Good job keeping it steady, and he finds
gets past
it.
Infant Eater, yep. And
yep.
Our Manson has actually just crossed the line, puts in 7th at 127.2, so that pushes DRS Maestro down, who's currently on a lap.
Yeah, interesting. Armanson a little bit slower than on Monday. Perhaps a setup change that might help him in the race if he had a more quality oriented setup before.
And look at the two Alpines. So
DRS. There
Scargo
you
in fifth,
go.
DRS Maestro in sixth, a tenth apart. And I do believe that is going to be our starting grid for round 10.
There we go. Yeah, and just a reminder, while our Drivers' Championship seems to be pretty much in the bag, and I am trying to jinx Autron as much as I can just to test the limits of my powers, he would literally have to DNF 3 races in a row pretty much to not get it. But in the Drivers' Championship, it's a little bit tighter, right? So we do have the McLaren ahead of the Alpine team by
Mhm.
108 points. But there's a lot more points on the table for teams, right? Having two drivers in.
Yes.
So we'll have to probably wait one a couple of races to crown our constructors. And, Alpine have a really, really strong driver pair in Escargot and DRS that are in good form. So I'm looking forward to a good constructors championship fight, hopefully till the very end.
Yeah, definitely. I think the fact that any position gives you points, that's important. Would you like to go over the starting grid?
Absolutely, yeah. So in first place on the grid, we have Homan Rowley in the Williams, followed by our championship leader Autron, El Capitan and Infant Eater on the second row. We've got Escargo and DRS Maestro Alpines in fifth and sixth, Master Off, R. Manson. We've got MJW, Chevy Wolves, Kerndog, Fat Angel, Hafernix, Polly D, Chernobyl Clocks, Darfur, Honeyburger, and Javi Races, who
Right on
got
the timer.
disqualified. So he's starting from the very back.
Yeah, very unfortunate for Happy Races. Looks like he had actually put in a really good time. Um,
Ooh, does it look wet?
it's quite cloudy, so I do wonder if it's gonna rain later on in the race. If any of the drivers are can let us know, that'd be perfect. Actually, you know what? I will ask them on the chat.
Oh, so this looks like they're setting up on slick tires. So probably not raining quite yet, but whether we have mixed conditions or not, that might be a possibility. We do have approximate weather, so they don't have a perfect forecast
Hmm.
of what the weather's going to be like during the race. So that has surprised more than a handful of drivers once or twice.
Hmm.
So that could make it exciting if we're expecting rain.
What the? I'm looking at Chernobyl clock saying cloudy with a chance of cloud. So I'm assuming it's gonna be overcast. I don't know what the heck that means, but yeah, I'm gonna assume that just means overcast throughout the whole race. We do know how unpredictable Silverstone weather tends to be, but it looks like that's going to be the forecast.
Yeah, we've
And
had very few wet races so far
I'm
this
very
season
upset
across
about
all
that.
groups.
Man,
Yeah, you love the drama that rain brings.
and let's see. Actually, Hobby Races says 20% chance possibly of rain, but I don't think that is going to be the case.
Well,
And yeah,
one can only hope.
one can only hope. Yeah, I like the chaos it brings. But it brings a very, very good race. I think the best Gnosis Division 2 race I've seen is was in Belgium last season. And I think you were in it too. And
Was I? I hate driving in the rain, so I very likely
you
did
probably
not do
avoided
well.
it.
I'm gonna look back at that and
It
see
was a
and see what
really,
happened.
really good race. And even towards the end, towards the finish line, I do believe it was between Honey Tons and who
Probably
was
Nate
it?
Oxy.
No, they actually won. There was someone else behind them. I can't remember. Possibly
Nate
Infant
Oxy
Eater. I could be wrong.
came in second, and a reserve came in first.
Was it?
Yes.
Oh man, Sal, my memory. This is when you know I need a nap. Eh,
I need to check it. I need to check it again.
All right, let me just make sure we have time. Alrighty. All right, so we do appreciate all the drivers holding on and not reading up, and of course we like to give our drivers 3 to 5 minutes to really prepare their setups, their strategies. Um, Chernobyl saying the crowd is looking very lively on this track. So, all right, so they will be going into racing soon. I'll give them the ready up. Alrighty, so best of luck to all the drivers. Big reminder to please remain sensible on the opening lap. Cold tires. You don't want to overshoot it or misjudge any braking, especially with how close the grid is going to be. So just a big reminder to that. But they will be going straight into the race. No formation lap. And would you or I like to start?
Oh, please do. Please,
Ah,
please go ahead.
I hate doing it. No worries, no worries. The timer is off. I'm gonna get all this information up in a few seconds if I can get it up quick. Alrighty, so lights are off and away they go. Infinite having a really good start there on El Capitan, getting the move done. It looks like Escargo's gonna follow right through. We do have DRS Maestro tailing right behind his teammate. It looks like a little bit of side by side there between the two teammates. And we have a couple of movements happening. Looks like Atron giving Hoven Rally a little bit of a battle, trying to get the lead there for the race. And Atron on the outside, is he going to be able to make a stick? Looks like he is. So Atron, our new race leader, there after the first corner. And DRS Maestro getting the move on the inside as well. So lots of action happening all at once. We'll be keeping an eye on everybody, all the deltas. But really
Lots of
nice
action.
side-by-side racing. Wow.
Yeah, very, very disciplined and clean so far. I think we've had our Manson drop a bunch of places, 9 places. I don't know what happened there, but hopefully he can get back as we see a bunch of cars going wide on cops.
Yeah,
Into Magus and Beckett's in the dirty air, so difficult. Very easy to lose traction, especially with a car full of fuel and the cold tires in the first lap.
Oh, looks like
But
DRS
drivers
Maestro's
doing
a
well.
man on a mission. Gaining
Yeah,
4 positions there on the first lap.
yeah. Hoven Rowley dropping down to 4th from pole position.
Yeah, not
So
exactly. It doesn't look like he's picked up any damage, so just might be keeping it safe, trying to manage those tires. Looking at the tires, looks like Infant Eater and Master off in the top 10, having started on soft tires there. So I wonder if that's a wise choice considering the tire management here. And I do see a couple drivers seem to have pit. So El Capitan and Kurndal having pit.
maybe some damage there to be fixed. They'll be praying for a safety car soon. And maybe that's the bet that Infant Eater and Master Off are making as well, trying to get that advantage on the softs early on, and maybe an intervention on an early safety car will give them a cheap pit stop, because they will have to do a 2-stop if they start on softs. Whereas the medium to hard strategy or hard to medium strategy seems to have been the way to go when we look at the other divisions, or the most common way to go.
Mm-hmm.
Most drivers being able to make that work, the one-stop work.
Yep, and I was keeping an eye on board with DRS Maestro. Atron actually going a tad bit wide right before the DRS straight here, and so DRS Maestro looking to make the move on the inside and actually takes the lead from Atron. So now here on lap 2, another new race leader for round 10 here in Silverstone.
Yeah.
So really good racing from DRS Maestro. I think he's keeping it well safe. Puts in, well, looks like Master Ralph putting the fastest lap, 130.7 at the moment. But I think DRS Maestro is trying to establish himself as the faster South African.
Yep. Yeah, he's definitely pushing. Probably not going to be so happy that he's going to be on the spotlight here, with the camera on him almost at all times.
Bah, he likes the spotlight. Se hace.
Yeah, he se hace.
Yep. And Otron actually getting the move done on the inside, right there on DRS Maestro. So retaking the lead, and yeah, both of them just using each other a little bit with the DRS. I think Infinite Eater though putting a little bit of pressure there on Maestro.
Yeah, these drivers driving very close to each other.
It looks like we have a little bit of a small DRS train from first all the way to seventh. A bit of a gap between Chevy Wolves and MJW, and looks like a separate DRS train as well.
Yeah, it's lap 3. The field is still pretty compressed. To the extent that Autron and DRS are going to continue to fight, we'll see. But as I say, this Infinite Eater finds the gap and takes it.
Yeah,
Takes
DRS Maestro going a
the
little
position
bit
from
deep.
DRS now in third, DRS Maestro.
So I think a little bit of redemption arc for Autron and DRS Maestro. Autron, who wasn't able to finish on Monday night, and DRS Maestro, who DNF'd as well in Tier 1 on Saturday. So yeah, we'll be able to see what they're able to pull in for today.
Yeah, kind of Dreamer on the chat saying that he's happy to see Maestro on top again. So are we. So are we, to be honest.
Yeah, I love seeing Maestro on the podium. He's given us quite a few laps, having been nicknamed DNF Maestro. And when he was in the when he was in the Aston Martin, he was known as
People are so cruel, you
Maestro.
know. People are so cruel. They kick you when you're down, you know.
that's to lift you up even higher. Oh, DRS Maestro, he's I love him. I love him.
Yeah, staying within DRS of Infant Eater, keeping that DRS train going. Infant Eater on the softs. I wonder when. I have no idea. I haven't tried the softs here on like with race fuel. I wonder how long they will last before they start feeling icky.
Mm-hmm.
Because even the medium tire is very uncomfortable. I'd say the racing tire here in Silverstone is the hard tire by far, at least for me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to speak for others, but I can't imagine those softs are going to feel good for very long.
Well, in Division 1, they had those who started on the mediums. I just want to take a quick look at how far they were able to go through. Looks like the majority of them pit at lap 11, some of them pitting a little bit earlier on lap 9, so
yeah, to me lap 10 was my choice to pit, just because track position is pretty good in Silverstone.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple of places where it's easier to overtake, but all this fast section, sector 2, you can charge up your ERS to defend in the hangar straight that follows. So if you go on lap 10, you might be able to get an undercut if you're lucky.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, lap 10, 11 is what I would expect. 12 maybe, if you're managing the tires a little bit more. Make your second stint on the hards a bit easier.
Yeah, I will say Infiniter's doing quite well still to keep it right behind Avatron. I'll give him that.
Yeah, and DRS Maestro is not like he's right up his tailpipe, so yeah, he's managing that gap.
Oof, Hoven Rally, a little bit of a wiggle there on the exit, but doing well to save the car, keep it straight, and keeping it right behind of DRS Maestro. And trying to look at any gaps closing in the back. I am taking a look at position changes. So Hafernix and Pauly D up 4 positions, and Tefera 5 positions. Look at that.
Yep.
Well, let's see. It looks like DRS Maestro. Oh, I thought for a second he was out of the DRS of Infant Eaters. But you were saying?
Oh no, I was saying that we do have a couple of drivers that had to pit early. Whoa!
That was very close, and I just switched it out too.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So yeah, El Capitan and Kern Dog having to pit very early, as well as Armanson dropping a bunch of places in the opening corners.
Well, looks like we do have
slightest of contact there between Escargo and Masarov. This Masarov's telling Escargo, "I'm here, buddy."
Yeah, but it looks like it. But Masterf, I think, is now
Ah,
struggling with those soft tires. And oh,
yeah,
he has
yeah.
Chevy Wolves coming up right behind, and Chevy Wolves looking to make the overtake.
Side by side,
Ooh, and that's
into Stowe.
that looks like a little bit of a lag, but jeez.
Yeah, makes me very nervous when we see those little jumps.
Yep, 100%. I think Master Off trying to look for a switchback. No, it's gonna stay right behind the Ferrari. So Chevy Wolves moving himself up to six. I think, yeah, those soft tires are going to be dying off now, and I am keeping an eye on the gap that DRS Maestro has behind of Infant Eater as well.
Yeah, which is it's at around a second, just over, just under DRS. So yeah, Infantino managing those pretty impressively.
Yeah, and I'm surprised Infant Eater is actually trying doing quite well to push out DRS Maestro in a few of those DRS zones. So I don't think DRS had it in this last zone, but I think Infant Eater is just using Atron to kind of pull him along a little bit.
Yeah, and we do see the field starting to spread a little bit more, with the top maybe six, seven drivers.
Wow.
Uh,
No comment.
sorry. And then we have a little pack at the back as well of drivers closing in on each other with, it looks like Chernobyl clocks trying to get the pass on Fat Angel, who's within DRS of Tar4 as well.
Oh, look at
As
this
we see
Infant Eater,
Infant
yeah.
Eater going to pit, take those
Has
softs off.
yeah, so has to be did really well to slow down really well before that pit entry because this pit entry it's quite tricky. I've mentioned this in the other groups as well. We have seen quite a few drivers get caught with it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I would just prefer the one stop just so I don't have to do the pit entry twice.
yeah, it's risky. It is risky.
Yeah. We've seen lots of 10-second penalties for speeding. Let's see where he comes out. Because it's also a very long, like time-wise, pit,
Yeah.
right? Because you've got it's a 60 kilometer per hour pit, and you've got that strange pit exit as well.
Yeah, and it looks like Infinite Eater's gonna choose for the two stop as he just switched over to the fresh set of mediums. If I'm not mistaken, you did the one stop, right? You
I
do
did
the
one stop, medium to hards, pitting on lap 10.
And what percentage were the hard compounds? If you remember.
Well, so I had a bit of an issue where I got wing damage on lap 2. So just the end plate, but that made my front slide around a lot through the whole race, which meant I had much higher tire wear than I had anticipated, at least compared to what I had in practice. So I think I finished the race with like 76. My front left tire was 76%. So yeah, that was not ideal. But I think usually if you're running 16 laps on the hards at the end, you'll finish with mid 60s on your front left tire, which I think is the limiting factor. As we see Fat Angel getting a 10-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane,
And if I'm not mistaken,
as we
as well.
anticipated,
So two
and Tafur
drivers
as well.
there.
Yeah, it's such a tricky entry, and if you haven't practiced it well in the race, it's very easy to get a bit greedy.
And I think DRS Maestro just had a little bit of a slip up as Hoven Rally just got the pass on him and Escargo as well. So I think Maestro might have gone off track a little bit there. Fortunately, we didn't catch
Yeah,
that,
we
but yeah.
missed that.
So DRS Maestro was a man on a mission on the first lap, dying out a little bit, sir.
Yeah, and I do want to note we did not have the camera on him when this happened.
Yeah,
So
exactly. He can't blame us for that.
no, it's not La Rodri's fault here. I think he listens to the commentary.
Oh, he does. Yeah, he does.
You know, that's not on us, my man.
Oh man, but let's see, our closest battle at the moment, we do have Paulie D in the Ferrari with a 8-lap-old hard compounds right on the back of Hafnix with the DRS. Does have the battery to use, and it looks like he's going to get that overtake done nice and easily.
Easy pass, yeah. Paulie, who loves the reverse strategy.
He does. Oh, Chevy Wolves picking up
Chevy Wolves
a
again
penalty
and
there.
retiring.
And what happened to both of them? I do wonder exactly what happened. Why that's a tire on the
Oh
track?
no, my goodness! And we have
What
a
in the world?
safety car out.
Oh
So
man.
DRS Maestro not finishing the race. Chevy Wolves also DNFing.
Oh
And
boy, that's unfortunate for both of them. Oh wow.
yeah, people who started on the mediums are going to be pretty happy with the timing of the safety car.
A shame that Infiniter and who was the other one with the soft tires?
Master off, I think.
And Maserati, yeah, they had to pit. I think was it 2 laps earlier.
Yeah.
They just
Yeah,
waited
so
a little
Infiniter
bit
just
longer.
pit. He literally has 0 lap old tires.
Oh boy, so we do have safety car out, and just taking a look at see if Antron's gonna pit. Looks like he's going around there in sector 2.
So here we're going to see probably everybody pit in the top 5 as Autron goes in, Hovin Rowley goes in, Escargo goes in. I wonder whether Paulie is going to go in on those hards. He's going to have to switch on to mediums, and I don't think the mediums will make it to the end from here. So
Yeah, it's gonna be.
Paulie does not go in, so he's going to be the provisional leader of the pack at the safety car restart. But he's going to be doing that on 10 lap old hards versus the 0 lap, the fresh hards from everybody else behind him. It's now a matter of whether you can heat those tires up. They do take a while to get to temperature, especially behind a safety car.
Yeah, looking at that, yeah, I'm just keeping an eye on the Discord chat. So just a big reminder to all the drivers: if there's an incident, of course, everybody's here. People make mistakes. Just report and for stewards to review. No need to take other actions, but yeah, I'll be taking a quick look at that afterwards. So yeah, sorry, you were saying?
No, I was commenting on Paulie D having the lead on those old hards to everybody's fresh tires behind him. Yeah, we do have stewards that try their best to resolve any incidents. So fill in a ticket. People make mistakes, and it's normal to be frustrated, but let's keep it civil.
Yep, exactly. But yeah, I've seen Paulie do quite well, even on old tires. So I wouldn't be surprised if he's able to keep the pace in front of these two. I think
Yeah, I
his
heard
most
I heard he's
important is
fairly
like
consistent.
Mr. Consistency. Yeah.
All right, so Canada Dreamer kind of like backing Paulie here on his decision to stay out. Yeah, I do think he would have had to pit again anyways because he can't finish on mediums from here.
Mhm.
So maybe hoping for another sort of incident to bring out the safety car when he has to pit twice. Because I imagine that Autron, Hovin, Rowley, Escargo, all these guys are going to be taking these hards all the way to the end.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I think how many laps are left? 14, including this one.
15, including this one.
15 including this one. My math, mathematics.
Leader Liebag asks if I have a hint of German in my voice. I do not think so, but maybe. I'm from Argentina, and I do not have German heritage or anything like that. So I have been told I have a strange accent.
Well, you do
I've
have
never
you.
been told I had a German accent, but I'll take it. I'll take it.
Alright, so we're just waiting on, it appears to be Honeyburger to catch up. I don't know. I don't think the safety car is going to go in for this lap. I could be wrong.
Well, fingers crossed.
But let's see, taking a look at the position changes. So Pauly D, who hasn't pit yet, up 13 positions. We have a couple of drivers, 7 positions up. Hafernix, Chernobyl Clocks, and Tafur.
Yeah.
So pretty good race
Strong
for those
races.
two, for those three. And in terms of the penalties, Tafur with 13 seconds of penalties and Fat Angel with 10 seconds. And looks like we do have safety car coming in this lap.
Yeah.
And so Pauly D, our leader for the safety car, has to give the safety car plenty of time.
We have Master off with damage on his front wing. That is very unfortunate.
Oh, going alongside Escargo, just a big reminder to remain behind of each other for the safety car. Of course, we don't want to get or see any illegal overtakes. So it looks like Pauly D having slowed down the group and now setting off. So yeah, drivers just having to be a little bit patient there. Try not to set off when the leader hasn't set off yet. So a little bit of patience comes a long way.
And Pauly D with a good safety, a good restart. Now almost a second ahead of Otron. I mean, Otron's going to be able to close that gap, but really good safety car restart by Pauly. As they get around the loop. There we go.
It looks like we have a couple changes happening in the back as well. Capitan getting the move done on Javi Races with the fresh set of mediums. And just looking to see any other gaps. Looks like everybody just staying close to each other. Master off, I do believe he has that missing right end play. He does. And so Hafernix with a chance to try catching up and try getting that move done. Has to be a little bit cautious here. I'm pretty sure you know, speaking from experience, that Sector 3 is quite scary with no wing or missing
Yeah,
wing.
these fast corners are pretty rough. You have to slow down a ton, and that's actually something that the car behind needs to watch out for, because you will be carrying less speed than you would expect if you've got wing damage, or in Pauly's case with old hards. As Hoven Rowley overtakes Pauly.
That was a good overtake by Hoven Rally and slowing down as well, being aware that Pauly had the slow tires. But looks like a couple changes happening in the middle pack as well. So Hafernix finally getting the move done on Master Off, who has that wing damage.
Oh, Master Off defending nicely in club, staying ahead of Hafernix. Hafernix looked like he was going to be able to take the
he got
the position, but not yet. He says, "No, señor."
And I do see Escargo actually just picked up a 3-second penalty. So, yeah, very unfortunate for Escargo. Head down.
Yeah, we have Honeyburger, who I think spun out on club corner. Very unfortunate. He's fallen now 13 seconds behind at the back of the field.
Well, it looks like
and now Hafernix
trying to
make it happen. But this guy will not quit. Now he's going to get the inside and
there's
slight contact. Unfortunate contact, but it seemed like it was fair wheel to wheel. Just good battling here. Hafernix going to try and get another crack at it. Still behind Master Off. Did not lose too much time, looks like. As Chernobyl.
Oh, Chernobyl really wise right there. He knew not to go side by side there in Maggots and Beckett's.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes drivers will just like show themselves on the side, like the red arrow, just to make somebody nervous ahead. But yeah, definitely not the place where you want to be going for an overtake.
And a couple of changes happening all at once. So we have a couple battles here. Escargo actually just got past Pauly D, and now Master
Alf is not quitting.
It's gonna go into the pit.
Yeah, I mean, I will give him this. That was a pretty epic defense with a broken front wing against Hafernix, who now finds himself in P4. As we see Paulie D falling down the order. Oh no, yeah, he's pit as well. Now Master Off going on to the hards, Paulie D going on to the mediums. Interesting choice here. I guess his tire allocation was on the balanced setting.
Oh, it looks like it, yeah.
Yeah, I'm so much more. I so much more prefer the hard tires in Silverstone over the medium for any stint over.
I'm the same way.
5 laps.
Well, my strategies, I usually go for the harder setup, just especially in case of the safety car. But Chernobyl losing 2 positions there to Infant Eater and El Capitan, but still maintaining there in top 10. As El Capitan going a tad bit wide right there, but looks like he's going to stay ahead of the V-Carb.
Yeah. And we do have a battle up front between Hoven Rowley, who's in DRS of Autron. Gonna see if he can find his way close, late on the brakes into club. Very nice.
And a little shout out to Escargo, who, with the 3-second penalty, is still remaining ahead of Hafernix by over 3 seconds. So, yeah, just keeping it consistent, has to make sure he doesn't make any more mistakes.
And we have a yellow flag. I think that might have been Honeyburger. In the end of Sector 2. Let's see if Hoven Rowley can start applying a bit of pressure on Maserov. Hoven with extraordinary pace on Monday.
Yeah, Hoven Rowley did really well. Do you remember which what position he finished?
I think he finished top. I think he finished 4th, something like that.
Jeez.
I think he finished 4th. Like ridiculous finish. Let me check. I don't want to say something that's wrong.
Well, he's done really well today. I'll give him. He deserves a shout out.
Yeah, 4th.
Oh, he did finish in 4th. Wow, look at this dude.
Yeah, he finished in 4th. Brilliant. Started in 5th place and managed to beat some of the really fast guys, you know? Really impressive.
Yeah, really great racing from Hoven Rowley, and I do think that we have MJW still tailing ahead of Infant Eater. It looks like Hoven Rowley's closing in quite a bit on the back of Autron as well, right?
Yeah, he's following very closely. Now they're gonna go into...
Ooh, Autron going a little bit wide right there. And can Hoven Rowley have a really good exit here to try going for the overtake?
Yeah, on the Wellington Straight with DRS. I'm sure that Autron will be deploying his ERS.
Yeah, he was, yeah.
To defend, Hoven Rowley applying the pressure.
Oh, in the back we have Infant Eater looking to make a move on the inside of MJW, and can he get the move to stick? Going around here on the outside now, gets ahead, and El Capitan, I think, is trying to look for that gap as well.
Yeah, trying to follow him through. Yeah, nice overtake by Infant Eater on MJW, who some say will be crowned champion next year. And by some say, I mean Leader Liebag says.
Leader Liebag counts as 100 votes. As 100. Yeah. Alrighty, but it looks like at the top, Hoven Rowley still closing in on the back of Autron, but not yet making a move yet. I see all the gaps closing in.
yeah, all at once. They don't let us enjoy. MJW going into the pits for his second stop, I believe.
Yes, that is his second stop, and so Chernobyl class is going to move all the way up to 8th there. And I think up ahead, Hoven Rowley really close to the back of Autron now. Does have the DRS, although Autron still remaining ahead. I think one good thing about Autron and one really he's really skilled in managing that ERS, and he knows when to use it. And I think his setup works perfect with it.
Yeah, 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 and
That straight
and
line
and
speed.
he does absorb pressure really well, right? Like he's very rarely forced into errors, I feel.
Hmm.
Right? Like you can have Hoven pressuring him lap in, lap out, and you don't see many mistakes. Whereas if I have a driver within 2/10 for more than a half a lap, I'll crumble into pieces like a house of cards.
Yeah, no,
Uh,
he's quite unfazed that majority of the time.
yeah,
Yeah, Ultron.
yeah, he's our Division 2 Iceman.
Yep, exactly. Let's see, no changes happening. All the gaps closing in. However, no drivers yet able to make a move. I think yeah. One issue I think a few people were complaining about Silverstone is you could drain the battery for the straights and it's very hard to overtake. But
Hmm.
I think as long as you're able to manage those tires and manage the deployment as well, you can make it happen.
Yeah, yeah, and I feel like Hanger Straight is long enough, right? And you've got DRS in
Hmm.
that, but then you've got lots of like smaller, shorter straights, right? Like between Woodcut and Copse or the
Hmm.
Hamilton Straight, like the Pit Straight, that do not have DRS, and so it's easy to defend in in those cases, provided you have the DRS and you don't botch up the exit
Hmm.
of the previous corner. As Otron opens up a little bit the gap, that was under half a second for a couple of laps. Now it's 8/10 between our current P1 and P2 drivers. Escargo managing that 3-second gap to Hafrenix behind him very nicely. And Infant Eater tried to close on Hafrenix.
Oh, I do
As
see
we
we
have a yellow
have yellow
flag,
flags, right?
looks like Tar 4 in Sector 1.
It looks like it, and yeah, I think Hope and Rally just staying close behind Avantron. I think he's keeping it patient and not trying to overcook those tires. Scargo doing really, really well to, even despite the 3-second penalty, still maintaining that gap ahead of Hafrenix. And actually, Chernobyl's behind Fat Angel, who has the 10-second penalty. So Chernobyl looking to, if he can keep it consistent, uh, gain an advantage there ahead of Fat Angel.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Chernobyl here with leader Liebag's absence, defending the RB team solo today. And sorry, Larodi, you were going to say.
no, no, you're good. You're good. I was looking between Heavy Races and Chernobyl Clocks. It looks like Heavy Races getting the pass done on the V carb, so moving himself up to eighth. But yeah, literally by always giving his good friend a little bit of a cheer. Let's see. It looks like Hovan Rally still closing in on the back of Atron, not yet able to make an overtake. I keep on saying that Delta closing really close, and I'm thinking, oh my god, an overtake is about to happen.
Yeah. Otron there looking a bit wriggly on the rear, sliding around a little bit in the traction.
Yeah, so we do have 5 laps remaining, including this one. Remind me. Or is it
6, I
six?
think, including this one.
Six. Six. And yeah, if it stays like this, Ultron in first, Infant Eater in fifth. Did your math calculate this sequence
If
on if Ultron would be crowned championship
Oh,
with
for
that?
sure. Yeah. Yeah. Otron needs to DNF, and even DNFing, we need Infant Eater to finish second or first. So as it stands, we will be crowning our South African driver Otron as champion for this season, 6 of Division 2 in ERA.
Yep, season 6. Keep an eye on Infant Eater here, who He's trying to look for that opening there to get the pass on Hafernix, and looks like he's just gonna stay right behind. But yeah, Otron, who has been with us for a while and finished sixth last season standings, and has done a phenomenal job this season to keep it consistent. I think honestly it's because of all the race leagues he's been doing. So
Hmm.
he's definitely gotten that practice in.
Yeah, I think he's raced in tier one as well on the weekends, so on occasion.
Yeah, he's racing in three of the
Getting
four groups.
getting getting tons of practice in.
Ay, ay, ay. But oh, we have for next a little bit of a wiggle there on the exit, but looks like yeah, a little bit of a close battle between Hafernix, Infant Eater, and El Capitan. I do want to give El Capitan a little bit of a shout out, considering he did have to pit on the first lap, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah.
Not exactly sure. He might have had wing damage, but has done really well to climb up to P6. Does have 4 laps remaining with those 12 lap old mediums, so I'd be actually surprised if he's able to manage those tires all the way to the end.
Yeah, I mean, I would be very pleasantly surprised, but very surprised if he made it to the end. Yeah, so from here it looks like
And so Infant Eater is going to stay really close on the back of Hafernix and is going to get the DRS. And can he be able to make the overtake done? Ooh, Master off picking up a 3-second penalty. Chernobyl Clocks as well picking up a 3-second penalty.
that's penalty o'clock here.
I like that. Oh, Tafur not picking up a 3-second penalty.
Tick tock, tick tock.
Oh man,
Let's
and
see if
ooh,
Infant Eater is gonna go on the inside of Hafernix. And really trying there to fit the car in, but backs out. Probably smart choice.
yeah, I think it is smart because he's going to get the next upcoming DRS. Staying really close behind of Hafernix. And I'm also keeping an eye on the Delta from Hoven Rally and Autron. So still nothing happening yet, but looks like we might have finally an overtake. I might be able to jinx this, but Infant Eater looking to make a move on the inside. Can he go for the gap? And looks like no, he's going to slow down a little bit there. And so Hafernix is going to stay ahead. And I think El Capitan just having the popcorn now and just waiting for the opportunity.
It's gonna come down to probably ERS management here, who can save up as El Capitan goes wide.
Yeah, so looking at the battery, so Hafernix is done with that battery. And so Infinite is going to get ahead, and El Capitan is going to stay right behind of the Aston Martin there. And looking at the gaps in the back, we do have Kern Dog, who is on 5-lap-old set of mediums. Master off. Ooh, going a little bit wide.
Hoven Rowley looks like he is in the best place to make an overtake right now for the lead along the straight.
Oh, Atron going a little bit wide right there, and
yeah. Hoven Rowley there trying to find the traction. And barely doesn't make it, but very close in that instance. Definitely asking some questions from Autron. Autron so far giving him the answers. But with 3 laps left, Owen Rowley might be running out of time.
Yeah, and both actually on equal set of battery there. So yeah, just a question on who, like you said, can manage those tires all the way to the end and manage that battery. But I am still surprised that El Capitan is keeping it behind of Apronix. It's still less than a second with those 14 lap old mediums, with still a little bit, a couple more laps to go.
Yeah, and Chernobyl ahead of heavy races. As I say this, he gets overtaken, of course.
Oh, I gets overtaken
Um,
by Pauly D as well,
yeah,
but
by two guys. Sorry, sorry, Chernobyl.
I will say though, he is looking to possibly get a. Oh, it looks like he's in a pit. And I wonder how those tires are feeling for him to have decided to pit. Oh, he picking up 10-second penalty there. Ay, ay, ay.
Maybe slap on the softs, go for the fastest lap.
Yeah, definitely. He could try going for that, but doesn't let. Try and look at where he's gonna come out with the pits. Looks like he's gonna come out of MJW crossing as well, and a couple of drivers looking to get past him on the pits. But we are on the penultimate lap, and Hover Rallies throughout this whole race has been staying behind of Autron.
Yeah, super evenly matched on pace. These guys. I mean, very very impressive driving, as he does draw a bit closer.
Yep, and Escargo looking to possibly secure a podium finish as well if he could keep it consistent in these final laps.
Yeah, he's just kind of stuck in no man's land here. 11 seconds behind these two and 7 seconds ahead as Hovind Rowley has a little bit of a look on the inside. And
Autron actually doing really well to gain back some of that battery, and is going to be using that to stay ahead of Hovind Rally there on the straight. So yeah, it has been really close between these two.
Yeah, very impressive. Very, very evenly matched. Not much side-to-side racing, I feel like. Autron's done a really stellar job of managing that gap. You know, whenever Hovind Rowley was pulling close, he would, step on it a little bit more. Just managing that gap nicely. But yeah, Autron absorbing all that pressure for all those laps, like the champion that he will soon become as soon as he finishes this last sector.
Yep, he's been consistent all season long, has not fallen under pressure. I think he's only lost a podium in one race, or the win in one race.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Hey, he's been on the podium every race.
Yeah. Except for Belgium, I think.
Oh, yes, you are right, yeah. But phenomenal job from Autron, wow.
Congratulations, champion of Division 2, Season 6.
Yeah,
Great job.
Well
Dominant.
deserved. I think he was just as dominant, probably even more so than Nate Oxy last season. Did a stellar job. He deserves a round of applause. Autron has improved since Tier 2. And as I mentioned before, finished 6th in last season standing. So, yeah, has kept it consistent. He's put in a lot of practice.
Yep. Hovind Rowley putting a hell of a fight today. Giving the champ a run for his money. Pressuring him very, very, very intensely, especially in the last couple of laps. But
yep, and Masarov giving me a last second heart attack right there. Jeez.
There we go.
Yeah, very close, but looks like our Madsen getting the pass on Master off there on the final lap and finishes in 11th. Where did our Madsen finish in Division 1?
In Division 1, I'll check really quick. Our Manson finished in P6, so a very, very good finish, strong finish. But I think he had more of an incident-ridden race today.
Yeah. No, every race is different. But honestly, it was quite an enjoyable race. I think we only had. Did we have a DNF for retirement? I know in Tier 2 we didn't. Just take a quick look. And
Um,
two, actually three. We had Honeyburger, Maestro, and
yeah,
Chevy Wolves. But going over the final grid, we have Altron for the win, also establishing himself as the champion for Gnosis Division 2. Phenomenal drive this whole season and tonight. Sharing the podium, we have Hoven Rally in second and Escargo in third. So big congratulations to our podium runners there. In fourth, we have Infant Eater, fifth, Hafernix, sixth, El Capitan, Pauly D in seventh, your boy Pauly, moving up seven positions there. Javi Races in eighth, MJW ninth, Current Dog in 10th, so that's our top 10. And Current Dog actually getting the 2 extra points for the fastest lap with a 129.5. So great drive from
great
him.
show, great show.
Yeah, from
Lot
11th.
huge improvement from his from Kern Dog as well this
Yeah,
season.
he's retired in the first couple of laps. First couple of races has finished in
Yeah,
the last two, so phenomenal job for him. R. Manson in 11th, Master Off in 12th, Fat Angel in 13, Chernobyl Clocks in 14, Tafur in 15, and that is going to be the drivers who finished tonight's race. And big congratulations to all of them. Uh,
Rodri, who would you say would be your driver of the day today?
uh, where did El Capitan finish? Because he, it's a shame he finished. He started on third, but then dropped down
Yeah,
all the way to the back.
he had a
Uh,
phenomenal. He managed those tires like an absolute champ.
yeah, he took those mediums. I don't know how he did it. It would definitely be one nominee, I think.
Yeah, I did not think he would make it to the end. I would have to give it to Altron, I think,
Atron as
because
well.
he had a phenomenal race. I'm really impressed. I mean, to finish a phenomenal season, super dominant, and he did get a fight here at Silverstone today. So I think he really deserves the win, deserves the championship, and in my opinion, he would be my driver of the day.
Yeah, no, I would put him there as well for the votes. Trying to think of a third one too. I don't do well under
Escargo
pressure.
finishing his third podium in 4 races was pretty good.
He's
He
really locked
finished
in
third.
the
Yeah,
second half of the season.
yeah. He had to carry Alpine after DRS Maestro's DNF, and he did so stellarly, finishing in the podium.
Yeah, no, he did a phenomenal job. And as you know, before I sent the invites to the lobby, he was like, "Oh, I should just get." I think he said something along the lines that he should just give up uh, or just kiss everything goodbye. Looking at the message right now, sir, phenomenal job, and hopefully next season, I feel like he could possibly be up there in contention for a title championship. So yeah, looking forward to the next final two races, Imola and Shanghai. So I don't like Imola. Hopefully these drivers do. Uh, but honestly, it has been a really good race. And again, big congratulations to Antran and our podium runners. Um, Tony, anything else you'd like to say before we end the stream?
No, just a huge congratulations to Otron, our champion, and let's see how we wrap up the season with the remaining 2 races. Everybody wants every win they can get their hands on, probably including Otron, who would want to finish on a high in the last two races as well. So looking forward to next week and the following to wrap up season 6.
Yeah, it should be really interesting. And I think even with the we still have a couple battles in the mid pack as well in terms of Red Bull and Alpine, Sauber team, I think as well. Uh, the Williams and the Haas, if I'm not mistaken, that they're very close on the standings. So yeah,
Hmm.
looking forward to seeing these final two races. And for those who are watching for the first time or repeating the views with us, um, big thanks for giving us a little chance to show you our racing and give these drivers a bit of the spotlight for you guys. Um, yeah, make sure you give us a thumbs up, give us hobby commentators some appreciation, and yeah, big thanks to everybody. Tony, thank you again for joining in the comms booth. Hopefully, we have you for the final two races.
Always a pleasure.
But yeah, we'll catch everybody for the next race. You have a great night, great morning, great evening, wherever you're watching from, and we'll catch you guys on the next race.